Hello guys, welcome to a quick update video. Is it a vlog? Should I call it a vlog? I feel like I do these every month or so now? I don't know. I might just start calling it a vlog. We have a couple of things to talk about. All backyard related. Surprisingly, this channel's kind of become a backyard channel at this point. I'm fine with it. It's fine. I invest enough time in backyard, I may as well make it a backyard channel. So, Rbbl, with the half-time point, we've just had, well, we haven't just had, we just started a home run derby, little side tournament for the All-Stars. Well, while the All-Stars is going on. I've done that. I can't talk about it because it's literally just started, but it went fine. As far as the Rbbl, halfway through, despite having really low scores, I'm 4-3 somehow. I don't know how. You look at my scores, so I am EF, obviously, Colorado Angels. These two up here. So 4-3, picked up a loss week 1. I don't know what I did week 1. That was a mess. Everything I could have messed up, I did mess up. And I'm not talking about the game either. I'm talking about technicals. I'm talking about posting. I'm talking about understanding the rules. Absolute mess. But we got there in the end. Scraped a win in week 2. Scraped a win in week 3. If you look at the scores, like 5, 4. There's another one, 4. Lost week 5. I think I lost. Did I lose week 6? I won week 6. Just about. Again, 2. Not big, like really low scores. I need to learn how to hit in 2003. If I can learn how to hit, I think I can get a couple of more wins under my belt. I was predicted to finish, because it's my first season, the Rbbl, and people said my draft wasn't very good, which I don't necessarily agree with, but like I said, I'm not bringing in good scores, so they've been doing it a lot longer than I have, so I'll take their word for it. Assuming I can learn how to hit, they predicted 5 and 9, I think. So being 4-3 at the halftime point, it's not bad at all. I win one more game and I'm on for my prediction. So I'd like to get, if I can go even, I think that'd be a good season for a start. It's not really my thing, if I'm being perfectly honest. I've enjoyed it. I mean, it's fun. Don't get me wrong, it is fun, but I think the multiplayer aspect of just versing somebody else and everyone having their own unique playstyle, I think makes multiplayer backyard a lot more fun. I feel like you do verse people and they clearly have different styles. For example, and we'll get to them because they're both in the Swquidleagues. Russ, for example, will have a very different playstyle to a Uno or a Magica. Uno and Magica seem to prefer faster players, whereas Russell, CRK can. To be honest, let's be honest, CRK can play whoever he wants. CRK goes for more power players, but it's that kind of thing, right? But yeah, Rbbl, it's going fine. It's not too bad. So next up, BBOL Gauntlet hasn't started yet. Obviously, I've talked about the BBOL season 6 a lot. Don't really need to delve in that too much. It's all finished now anyway. Uno won. Obviously, big congratulations to Uno. Stormed it. He stormed the SDL, really, didn't he? Would have liked to get in that World Series. Again, I think I could have took a game off Uno. But he wasn't getting beat. I think that team on dirt, and with him being the #1 seed and having 3 matches out of the 5 that were going to be dirt, I don't think it was beatable. I think he had everything in place to storm the season. So the gauntlet will be coming soon. So I'm hoping to take part in it. I think because I won my division, just finished 11-3. I think I get in the junior league. If I join the gauntlet and I get knocked out in the first round again, like I did last season, might that knock me down to the SDL? I don't think so. I think just because I won the division, I think that's enough. Even if my gauntlet showing isn't good, I think it's still enough to get me in the junior league. But it's a little bit harder getting the GL and the HL because there's kind of a lot of people currently fighting for that position and only so many people can get demoted. So, if you think of it that way. Swquidleagues. Right, this is the big one I want to talk about. So before I talk about the Swquidleagues, let me go ahead and say, if you are interested in doing multiplayer, if you're interested in doing more competitive backyard baseball, obviously go to the BBOL. That's your best bet to just casually get games. However, I recently did discover this league. I was recommended it by Pickleboom, and it's a similar thing. They have a season. It's smaller teams, so this one is going to be 10. I don't know if it's always 10, but there's 10 players in for this season. I think the bracket is just like a regular season where you verse everyone once. I imagine that's how it's going to work. So I'd recommend probably checking that out too, or at least inquire about it. A shout out to Swquidleagues. I wasn't aware of him, obviously, until Pickleboom mentioned him. Check out his channel, because ultimately it's his league. He set it up. So, you know, I'll plug Swquidleagues' YouTube channel, or Twitch, probably Twitch, in the description below. So go ahead and check out Swquidleagues, because he does some really good stuff. And it's a variety too. It's not just backyard baseball. He does all sorts of content. Multi-content streamer, right? So check him out. So I am versing, and I'll just get this up here, who I'm versing. So I feel like if you're watching this, I could put up a little thing. Do you know what? Can I do that real quick? Let me just make sure that I don't put up anything I don't want to bring up. That's going to open up the Discord. I don't want to do that. I'll tell you what, we'll do this. My name's going to have to go bye-bye for a second. Bear with me. If I do that, do that, do that. Bear with me, guys. I'm awfully prepared. Can I do it that way? Oh my god, that's huge. Yeah, we'll do it that way. There we go. So, we are versing Russell, Psyche. Psyche's got a YouTube channel as well. I recommend, especially if you like backyard, checking out Psyche. He does season play, as long as obviously videos from. He basically does what I do, but it's good quality. So, you know, if quality and good videos is what you want, then go and check him out. Definitely worth considering. Hyped, Will, CRK, Magica, Depp, Pickleboom, Yak. I've versed everyone in here except Yak, Hyped, and Psyche. I haven't actually versed. The rest of them are all in the BBOL. Or if they're not in the BBOL, I've just scrimmed them. I scrimmed Will yesterday with our teams, which I'll show in a minute. Happy with my team, really. I'm a bit rusty because I don't scrim, and I really should. I just don't scrim as much as I should. Let me go ahead and show the team. So I have gone with this right here. It's covering my face. Do you know what? Don't care. Lindsay, Tony, Jeff, Jocinda, Wobby, Colleen, Angela, Joanne, and Cal Whipkin Jr. Batting wise, consistent, not incredible, if you know what I mean. You know, I'm not going to win any home run derbies with this team, but it's consistent enough that there's just line drives coming from basically everyone. Jacinda can get away with line drives as well because she has 100 contacts, so she's going to get there. Speed is a little mediocre, but I definitely don't think it's bad. Joanne and Cal being 6 is kind of a good boost. The West being 5. Angela's not going to do a lot of running anyway because she's kind of built for home runs and that's it anyway. So I really like this team. I had a scrim against Will yesterday and it went pretty well. Like I said, bit rusty. Could have performed a little bit better, but it still went really well. There's a lot of height on this team, which I actually really like. We've got what? 1, 2, 3. We've got 3 free heights. We've got 2 4 heights. Colleen's going to be catcher, so I don't really need to bother too much with the height on the catches, I think. Then you get throws from third base straight up to catcher and she flubs it. In fact, she did that a couple of times in the scrim, so I might have to keep an eye on that. But all in all, that's not bad at all. Having Angelo and Tony in the same team is a bit of a that's a bit sickening, but it's fine. They're gonna have to get along. So that's my team for that. So what else we got? BBOL Royals, right? So that is a let's play that I was gonna do. I've recorded 5 episodes of the BBOL Royals already. They're ready to go up. Basically, that is a let's play where members of the BBOL have picked players at random from like a random number pot that I made. And they've made a random team, and I have to use that team in an RBBL style system. So I'm versing teams that other RBBL members have all made. So I'm versing good teams throughout the entire season, and I need to see if I can go 14-0 with this randomly made team. Let's see if I can find the image real quick of, because I actually have that too. I have the image of that team somewhere. The amount of like just backyard slop I have on this computer at this point. Finding stuff is an absolute nightmare. There it is. So, yeah, that's the team that was randomly selected for me. Some great players in there, obviously Chico, Hillary, Barb, Wendy. Obviously, I really like using Wendy. So, should be good. I'm working on it. The first episode of that will probably happen at some point. Once those videos start, I will start uploading them consistently. But because I do have Swquidleagues, Rbbl, finishing off the admin for the BBOL before the gauntlets start, I'm just a bit busy. So that's why there's been a bit of a dip in uploads. But I'll get to it. I will definitely get to it. So, this was just a quick update. It is what it is. Predictions for the Swquidleagues. Out of these here, because Swquidleagues I'm focusing on right now, because everything else is kind of on a hiatus, because BBL, half-time. BBOL Gauntlet hasn't started yet, so I'm kind of just sitting nice for the time being. So out of these, Russ, like I said, everyone that I have versed so far, either in the BBOL or just in the Squim, I have beat. At least, let me reword that. I have beat at some point. You know, there's certain people here, like, CRK is the obvious one, right? I have beat CRK, but that doesn't really tell the full story. If we're talking about averages, we don't talk about averages, but if we were going to talk about averages, it's very much not in my favour. Same for Magicka, to be fair. I probably win 20% of my games against Magicka. I probably win about 3% of my games against CRK. But CRK did win the H League and is up there with winning the leagues like every season. And he's up there with winning the leagues in the RBBL as well. Like he is. Do I think CRK is the best player online for backyard baseball right now? He's up there. I've always thought Loeb was really good. He's up there. I think Loeb is really good too. But, yeah, definitely worth considering. Right, out of those, I think I beat Russell. Psyche, Hyped, and Yak. They're the interesting ones because I haven't versed any of them yet. They're not in the BBOL. Psyche is commentary at the moment for BBOL, but he's not in any leagues, so I haven't seen him play. I could check his channel out, but I'm not going to do that. I'd much rather just verse him just fresh, and I think it's more fun that way. So we'll do that. But Russell I should beat. Pickle's always a coin flip. I beat him in the BBOL this season, but it was close, and it doesn't really mean anything for this because it's a totally different draft, and I think the drafts in this league are slightly stronger. So, bit of a coin flip. Depp, I should be fine. I do like Depp's team in the Swquidleagues this season, though. Magicka. Magicka's doable. Like I said, my percentage win rate probably isn't great against Magicka, but that's winnable. If I win against Magicka in the Swquidleagues, that puts me in a really good position, I think. Will, I should be fine. CRK. Listen, sometimes the stars align, but I'm not gonna get my hopes up for that. But we'll see. It's going to be interesting. I think all the matches here are good. There's no matches here where I'm like, yeah, it's a walk. Apart from maybe CRK versus me. Right. Cool. So that's everything talked about. I will upload all of the Squid League games. I will. I said I'd do that for the RBBL and I haven't. Mainly because they haven't been very exciting. The scores have been that low. And I've been on tilt for half of them. So it wouldn't have been fun to watch. But the Squid Leagues, it's online. I will post all the Squid League games. Until then, thank you guys for watching this little update. I'll see you guys then. Thanks for watching, guys.